What's going on there, folks? Thank you for joining me. Antonio, how are you doing, brother? Justin, what's up? First day of school tomorrow. You guys start early. That's awesome, though. It's always great to get the kiddos off to school. Good deal there, man. Hope everyone's having a good Monday. The best that we can, right? What's going on there, George? You living the dream, huh? That contractor life. Just killing it. Eh? Did you see your buddy Justin Trudeau's Team Barbie? I'll probably get banned for saying that. You know, waiting for money for life. What cool projects do you got going on? I'm sorry, what pain in the ass projects do you have going on that have interesting aspects to them? See, Dan McKevitt's the bagel man. He always wants us to go live and, never even shows up. What's going on, Antonio? What's going on, Carlos? How you guys doing? Great to see you both. Hope you had a nice start to your week. Doing good. That's what I like to hear, man. That's what I like to hear. Trying to finish a pizza place. Dang, man, that is. Are you building it for me? I'm a pizza pro here. Been swamped with vehicles. It's probably a good thing, though, right? I have seen on TikTok you're working on a Jeep radiator. I don't know, Sarge. It might not. I don't know. Maybe it's not live. My week's going all right. Can't complain. Thanks for asking. I got the videos I got was of a Jeep. Maybe there's a van in there. And then your Forerunner, the V8 Forerunner. Oh, we're definitely in the Matrix. There's no doubting that. I feel like I wake up every day and it's just I don't even know anymore. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. That's what beer's for, though. I have to check those out. I haven't seen a Mercury Cougar in a long time. Same with the Grand Marquis. My grandfather had a '89 red. He also had like a 79 Cadillac Eldorado. I think it's like late 70s, definitely late 70s. I got to drive that. But yeah, actually, when I was growing up, my next door neighbor, they probably had like a 86 or 87 Mercury Cougar for a little bit. My other friend's dad had the Pontiac. Is it Firebird, right? Or Trans Am with the. I think it's the Firebird because it had the bird on the hood. Had a Cougar. Yeah, they're neat, cool cars. I mean, I always say this. I grew up in a time where cars were really crappy, but I hats off to automakers because they took a lot of chances also. And I don't know. I like the 80s and 90s vehicles, no matter how bad they are. Like the Oldsmobile Achieva that we had for a bit. We also had like a 1990 Chevy Cavalier station wagon. So what else is going on, guys? You want to see a relic? Right there. Good old Bostitch 18 volt. Such a beaut. Do you, Antonio? I bought this kit, drill and the impact because I thought they were going to go all in. I was going to, invest in them. I mean, I never did. My first drill I ever bought when I first moved in my first apartment was a Kawasaki 19.2 volt NiCad, drill from Walmart. So Carlos, I used to when I was younger, but I think they're pretty bad for you. Obviously, it's not much better, but I can't even drink regular coffee anymore. I drink decaf. And but I used to love Jolt was what I enjoyed, the big like big boy there. Japan ruled the 90s cars for sure. Or 90s for cars. You don't have to follow me. Stop there. All right, there we go. Um, yeah, chewing coffee is yeah, Kawasaki made drills. They're sold in Walmart. If you go on eBay, they had a few different flavors. I had the 19.2 volt. I think they after that they came out like a 22 something volt. But if you go on eBay, you can find them Bear Drill. Yeah, it's a Kawasaki, and all my friends were jealous because they all wanted Kawasaki Ninjas. I think actually one of my friends bought a Ninja. But Kawasaki actually made a lot of, well, I don't know, they probably branded a lot of tools or whatever with their name on the side. How they do that. So, but like my first half-inch impact was a 12 volt, but like the car type, and yeah, Hitachi merged with Mata. Well, so I don't get that. Metabo HPT, but you could still buy the regular Metabo. Is it Canadian? Chew and coffee. I do chew and my Zins. If I could pull one sponsor, I would wish it would be Zen. What's going on, Justin's Garage? Congrats on the 1,000 subscriber mark. And I like that Ryobi cordless log splitter. I think it actually, I mean, if it's 12 ton force, 40 volt, and it has a flywheel, should be a pretty good rig. 10-inch diameter, man. Good stuff. I like the only thing I'll complain about that is I understand it might be a pain in the butt, but yeah, I like the flywheel. The flywheel is actually a good thing. That is a very specific drink, but good on you for knowing what you like. What the heck was I saying now? Oh, my father-in-law has it's like a big one that you can tow behind a trailer. What's going on, Pete's Workshop? How's it going, brother? If you guys aren't subscribed to Pete either, he puts out some cool short videos, and he's a good dude. I like him. So go check out his channel. If you want to link it in the chat there, you can. But so they have 40 volt, but why didn't they just stick with the 18 volt platform and double up the batteries so it'd be 36 volt? That's the only knock on Ryobi I can give. Can't text too much. Fingers killing me. I apologize. And I understand that too. I bought the guy I work with the Fuel Surge Impact Kit. The thing is a trip. I think I like my Gen 3 better, but for some things I can see it being wicked. There you go. And you bought him the kit? Good for you, man. Good on you. Wait, where's Zaphael? Did I miss him? Zaphael? Oh, yeah. No, I messaged you back. Well, what's up, dude? Sorry, you kind of just made a comment and didn't say hi. Or maybe you did. I don't know. No, you didn't. I'm not like Den of Tools where I got 400 people in the chats and 20 hours behind. You guys will have to work that out. That's Cheers, brother. So I got a question for you guys. What's your favorite drill bit brand to buy? So I mean, like, the bit heads, not drill bits, or I guess both, but like like a DeWalt all day. Because people ask me this all the time, and I will tell you from experience, though, there's not one brand out there that I've used that hasn't. There's never been a brand that's been perfect. I'd say DeWalt is definitely right. I'll give you guys my top 3. Cobalt impact sockets. All right, let me see here. Back muscles. Sorry, man. Dude, that sucks. You want me to set up a massage girl to come out or something? Maybe help you out there? What do you expect? Yeah, I think 600, maybe 1200 for the log splitter. Comes with the battery, charger, 40-volt log splitter. I'd say $600 to $800 range. I'm thinking about they have that snake, the drum snake. That's $400. I have yet to review it or use it, but I have their hydraulic one. It's 5 ton, I think, or something like that. Like that. I had a home light like that years ago, but it was great. It split a ton of wood for me and all that. Got Bosch set, needed cobalt. All right, all right. I like the things. Yeah, send me a no, not you, Joe Smith. Zaphael. Well, I can arrange one, Zaphael or Joe. But I tend to wreck drill bits, so cheapest the better. All right, all right. Need a bench grinder. I gotta touch them up. I get Drill Hog on eBay, made in USA, lifetime warranty, steel index. Nice. Ooh. Okay. What's up, BWs? I gotta hit you with the what's going on, Pat CB. Pat, I want to thank you again. I actually used some of that for something recently. I don't have it right on me now, but this still works. It's getting old, but I've upgraded to have another one, and then I'll have that as my backup. But I appreciate that you did that. That was awesome, man. That's very generous of you, and thank you very much, man. Massage girls for everyone. Oh, yeah, send them out. Y'all best Amazon brand for hand tools, Duratech, or maybe I like Nyko a lot. Work Pro was my jam for a long time, but nothing's excited me about that. And Duratech's owned by Work Pro, and they own a bunch of stuff. It's all Great Star tools. I hope you're doing good there, Pat. Tecton makes good stuff. There's a brand called here's one. So this Icon ratchet, right? A little 1/4 inch. I love it. I've been using it actually quite a bit. In terms of me, using a ratchet. But all right, it's a nice ratchet. They did a great job with the head, the gearing, all that feels nice. The handle, it reminds me a lot of Steelman products. It's, if you're going to get one of these, don't worry about the soft grip. If it's cheaper, get it. If it's not, get the other one, just the solid. But this really isn't. I mean, it's not nice. It's not. I mean, it's not terrible, but it's not great. It's not. Just throwing that out there. Roto Head Icon, yeah, dude, you bought that when the Icon fad was starting up, and what's up, C. Lopez? How's it going? I heard Icon. I was summoned. But Adam B, who sent this to me as a gift, I've also been using this. I love it. 3/8 ratchet. Just it's engineered very well. The has it. Now I've heard some people have issues with theirs, but I think for me, I'll be all right because that's now. Eventually, I was over at my brother's the other day fixing some stuff for him, and he has these cooler, older Husky ratchets. They're not like ancient, but they're like when I grew up, late '90s, early 2000s. But I got to do a short on them. I actually might try and like trade him a few ratchets for him because they're pretty cool. I like them a lot. Best quarter-inch torque wrench for the money? I don't know. I have two. I have. I might have a. No, I don't think I have a quarter-inch torque wrench. To be honest with you, I might, but it does like inch pounds. Because when I did put a new transmission pan on my Mitsubishi Raider, I had to do inch pounds, and I needed to buy a specific kind. Anyway, so we talked about bits. My go-to is usually DeWalt. Um, they're a great brand. This Bosch set right here, which is found in Lowe's, is a great set as well. But there's more. Wait. Once I find them. Oh, I don't know where I put the. Hold on. Where'd they go? Did I use it for something, maybe? I don't know. I must have used the bit set, but Spider bits and drill bits are awesome. Made in USA, great quality. I absolutely love them. They've been great, and yeah. All right, let's see. I have a bunch of old school. I gotta go back. I am falling. Been great, man. Busy season for HVAC right now. Heck yeah. I don't know if you're spawning me, but I'm doing great as well. Old school has that tools. Awesome. Finally got my 2-gallon heart compressor through the break-in process today. 4 amp hour ran at 25 minutes. Continuous run with drain valve open, so no pressure. It was the heart break-in procedure. Interesting. They have a cordless 2-gallon compressor. I don't have a quarter inch, but maybe gear wrench. Gear wrench, I would say the best quarter inch torque wrench. Money for looking. Hello, everyone. Quarter inch torque wrenches are always inch pounds. Kind of figured that. I have a way bigger collection than Neil. I have tools, not a collection. I'm just joking. I have wanted to give those go hard find. The spider's hard to find. Is that what you tell? Quarter inch $9 Harbor Freight is what I use. That or digital adapter. Digital adapter actually ain't too bad. Diablo makes awesome stuff. But Spiders USA made. Same with Diablo. So best drill bits I've used are Milwaukee and Matco. I think Milwaukee's junk drill bits, but I've just had bad luck with them. To me, they break a lot. But what's going on, Renegade's Garage? Thanks for joining. Hope you have a good one. A good bit of it is, well, it's not all made in USA, but like, I'm trying to find more companies that aren't Chinese made. So, like, even if it's Mexico, Canada, Germany, whatever the case may be, that's what I'm looking at. Although I do have to do a review, I'm a little bit behind, but on this guy here, so that will be coming up. Yep. Where is this made? Bingo. Well, I mean, Nick Pixel TV, what's going on, brother? Um, yeah, drill bits. Different story. I did buy these a long time ago. I think I'm just missing one, the small one, but I got these for a steal off Amazon compared to like what's the Sealy or whatever. But that's worked out really good. The masonry bits, I go with either Tapcon or Bosch, are the two that I'll use. Especially when you want to drill, a big hole. Use a Bosch, made in Germany. But in terms of like Milwaukee, like the bits, like the screwdriver bits type stuff, I've always had issues with them snapping and breaking, as opposed to other. DeWalt breaks the least for me. So far, I haven't broken a spider yet, but I only have like a year into them. And then the rest, Ryobis have always been junk to me, and pretty much every other brand under the sun. So, Astro Pneumatic makes amazing drill. I'll have to check that out. All right, catch up on this stuff. Moving quicker than I can go. Thank God I don't have a bunch of people in here because I'd never keep up. Nick, I gotta watch your video. It came up tonight in my thing. Chainsaws and that. Master Force SDS worked good. Bosch DeWalt. I got some different ones. Why can't I find Douglas water pump pliers? Reed Tools or even you can't. You gotta go on Amazon. That's the only place I've personally have seen them. I have where am. I have not seen ever any of those brands. Now, Wildy, I think their manufacturer is the same as Douglas, and then it's pretty much connected to Tecton, I believe, also. But I mean, all right, the other day, that's why Neil gets the women. Heck, I pulled them in, just one, and then I married her. So, the Astro Turbo step bits are the bomb. I've tried those out. I have a cheap pair of step bits, and I'd probably like to upgrade it sometime. Torque the like button. Thank you, Renegade's Garage. We were having some fun. That's awesome. Jeremy, how are you doing, brother? Good to see you. Nick Pixel, keep it, you know, keep doing good things, brother. You're a good dude, and I appreciate you. And I don't think I've seen an update video on the Klein step bits. I just bought the Klein. I don't even think I took them out of the package yet, but the tap set there. I also, surprisingly, I don't know if you guys ever seen this. I don't think too many people have. Yeah. So this is a Bosch, and it's a tap and drill set, and it's been fantastic. It comes with all the stuff and whatnot, and it's worked really good. So a lot of the things that I tap, and then I have like a cheapo kit out in the garage, but a lot of things that I tap are electrical, so it's like what, 832 and 632. I'm doing great, Jeremy. I'm glad you're doing well. Yeah, they do work good. Yeah, so anyways, these at Ross's, another Ross deal, $11.99. I don't think that's too bad for, these are 10 inchers. Wait, yeah, these are 12. And I like these Crescent tools. They work well. I seriously, and I understand. I just told you guys I'm trying not to buy Chinese crap, but Apex tools, these are affordable. These are like in between the overpriced DeWalt and Milwaukee junk and slightly above the Husky stuff, which isn't bad either, to be honest with you. So is AliExpress a real thing? Joe Smith. Back in my younger years, maybe. No. Nope. Well, you gotta have the bigger size to tap the stuff, Tap the stuff, the 1, the 2, the 3. You know what I mean? Oh, and another cool thing I got Ross is for $4. Comes with I have the Olsa Tools rails and stuff, but these are you get a 1/4 inch rail, socket rail with 16 clips, 3/8 with 16 clips, 1/2 inch with 12 clips, which I bought for like just if I want to grab a few for on the go, throw them on here, $4. You can't beat that. And it's Goodyear. Yeah, every year is a good year. Besides the last 3 years. I got them basically for plastic. See, I there was stuff on AliExpress. Them Crescent pliers are made. Yes, they are. They are amazing. They're in the grip zone too. For like, all right, say you're fixing a seat on a faucet or shower or something. You got the grip zone, so like instead of having the handle puller where you gotta pull out and just crack these there and pull it towards yourself a few times and crack that stuff loose. Boom. 6 weeks for delivery. See, there was something on there. I wanted to order it, and I went farther down the rabbit hole, and people were like, "This website's a scam." And I don't know. Can I buy like a go-kart off of there? I got the power wheels all figured out. This is gear wrench with orange. This is gear wrench. Is that what we're saying? I'll be right back. I ain't leaving. I just have to grab something to show you guys. Had to grab a beer, you know. Slam unsafe. A lot of self-adjusting crescent pliers come in handy. Spaces, there you go, but cheap. I knew Apex Tools owned Crescent. I didn't know they owned Gear Wrench. Don't they also own Husky? I mean, they own a lot, but I'm pretty sure they own Husky also. One or two times I wasn't happy. Item didn't show out. Playing with the website. Got instant refund. All right. If you guys are messing with me with this AliExpress. All right, so here. I have a question for you guys because too lazy to Google it. This is my favorite multimeter. Okay, decline. Clamp. Let me get the. There we go. Should this not, right there, should that not be continuity? Right there? I need to know. So I had to check continuity the other day, and then I got another cheaper multimeter that did it, and this didn't do it. But you see it? Should that not be continuity? I know that's ohms. I mean I don't. I don't know. I mean, this is all I've kind of gotten away with just using this because that's all I kind of needed. To be honest with you, I'm pretty good with one of these, and I can find my way around. Henry Sherman, how's it going? Yes, that's continuity, but it wasn't working because I grabbed my other one and it picked up on the bad motorized testing, but this didn't. Thank you for coming in here, Henry. I appreciate that. Because there's no way in heck that this wouldn't include continuity, but that's the thing about maintenance guys in general. is, this wasn't so much of a thing before. I did a lot of electrical, but now I run into like motors and stuff for, blower fans and whatever, and just to get a quick continuity test, and that won't work for me. Clamp meters don't work well as continuity. November 11 is Singles Day in China when AliExpress has huge sales. I've done some research on buying different digital multimeters. No problem. Long time lurker. Well, I appreciate you lurking. Obviously, you've commented in here before because I hit you up with the blue wrench, but thank you. I appreciate you joining and hit me with some knowledge. So if you hold leads together, it doesn't. No. Let me double check. I mean, I'm not going to lie. I might be the first one to screw that up, but there it is. It was not doing that the other day. All right, well, that's cool. I mean, I was thinking, how can you have this and not have. And I'll be honest with you guys, I'm not like a whiz on the multimeter. What's up, James Mall? How's it going, brother? Um, I'm not a whiz on a multimeter, but over the years I keep learning more on it and doing more on it. But I was not getting that the other night, and then I put the other meter to it, and I got exactly what I wanted, was that noise. But thank you guys very much. I have to dig a little deeper into that, see how it matches up, fares up against the other one. Maybe, but the other one was continuity, and it hit on that motor also. I mean, it made a noise. This wasn't showing anything or any noise or whatever on both. And let me rephrase that, on both motors. One was dead, one was good. That didn't make a noise on either of them. The other one did. So just got home. Long day, brother. To be honest with you guys, Commercial Electric makes a very nice clamp meter with a lot of different functions on it, and lighted background, all that stuff. But Commercial Electric is like $1 cheaper than Klein. I mean, it used to be a hell of a deal. They made some good stuff, but now, you look at the prices, it's like, I'm not. Besides, Klein screwdrivers suck. Their bits suck. They're terrible. A Klein flathead, not. I mean, using it just in normal, like a faceplate cover, it will just, if it's a little too tight, it will just twist the end of that thing. Well, so the meter though, I think it is significantly. It's about $20 cheaper than the Klein, and the functionality is just as good. My buddy at work has it, and it's been great. You may want to wipe the leads. I've read rubbing alcohol can clean the leads, can make it do. Oh, there you go. Yeah. So like ice whatever alcohol, isotope, blah, blah. I have a bunch of that. Well, it's really like I'll call out channel locks suck nowadays. All right. If you want to own a decent pair of channel locks, go on eBay and buy some used ones because the quality between 20 years ago and nowadays, it's bad, in my opinion. All good things. I'll test them out. Um, Ames as well as Fluke. Stanley Black and Decker does not own channel locks. Well, I'll check the actually if you guys want a decent company to buy leads and other like this is just one of the examples I give you. I have some multimeters from them. I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's this I call it K Wheats. Kai Watts. K Wheats. This is a stud finder, but it's very nice. So like in my workplace, I bought like the recommended best one on Amazon, but it's confusing going through things. We have metal studs, but on this, you get 3/4, 1.5 inch wood, first two, and then you can go over to metal, and then you can go to AC and check out if you have any voltage and stuff. And it's nice. The screen's lighted in the back here is very nice. It's a nice unit. I like it. But I bought in some bought in. I say that word sometimes, and someone calls me out for it a lot. But anyways, um, that company has good alligator leads, and I'll be honest, this has been becoming my favorite, especially doing what I do. Because you just clip them on, you don't have to mess around with the stuff and all that. So, um, I do not believe. I think Channel Lock is still its own company. I don't think they're owned by anyone. Um, Doing research there where reviews on the Home Depot website and Klein had some bad reviews for the DMM, and watching it was mentioned. Apparently, some pro electricians suffered from Klein DMMs. All right, Antonio, have a good night as well, brother. Thank you for popping in, man. I appreciate it. Have a good night, safe night. Thank you, Henry, for that info. Yeah, I mean, for the most part, I love the meter, and like I said, I'm relatively new to actually using a lot of the meter functions or getting for I'm a younger kid and I'm getting into more stuff, and so but yeah, that was one thing that just didn't hit. Even I tapped them together, wasn't doing anything. I don't know. Maybe it was just some, weird thing. Got the tools, they're already working. Thanks, but awesome, James. That's awesome. Glad they're working out for you. I know you'll put them to good use. AliExpress, I know. I don't know. I just anything with Alibaba or AliExpress, I don't trust it, I guess. What's up, Eco Balkan? How's it going? A multimeter because I want to read the total voltage of the EV's high voltage battery pack. I'm also curious to see how much power post electric motor under certain conditions. Would that be more? I guess, would that be more than 600 volts? I agree. I mean, maybe I should just fluke all the way. I'll tell you this, Carlos. The only Fiend power tool, whether you buy it cordless or corded, their multi tool, oscillating tool, because they invented the darn thing, is the best one I've ever used. Um, if you want to save some money, right behind that, the Metabo HPT is the second best one I've ever used in my life, and it was pretty close to being on par with that Fiend. Um, they do make a great product. It's expensive to get at, but if you need a good, I bought a Fiend oscillating tool. I have a review on it, an unboxing video, and I used it for a year. And honestly, the way I use oscillating tools, didn't want I just didn't want to use it like that. I didn't want to use it and abuse it, so I sold it to a guy up in over in Michigan or Indiana or something. I sent it to him though, and he paid me and messaged me back, says the best oscillating tool he ever used and all this and that. And I'm glad it found a good home. I just, with a lot of plumbing and stuff, man, you're gonna gunk up everything. So the cheaper the oscillating tool, the better. Because I had a Milwaukee one, lasted a year just doing plumbing. I thought they were 400 volts, so any multimeter really should do the trick, right? Narchi, I started for deals. Yep. You get Chinese Fluke, which is just as good as USA Fluke, in my honest opinion. They just sell at discount to China because they have a ton of competition there. I have to check out the Fluke. If you go to BW's Electronics, I feel like he did have videos, but he doesn't have any up anymore. There we go, Renegades Garage. Thank you for that info. For sure about KOHs as affordable. Yes, they do. And especially their top of the line clamp meters seem really good. Yes, they're like, I think they're $89, but there's like a $15 off or 15% coupon or something. It's gonna buy it, but I already have enough multimeters. But maybe I'll jump in the Fluke pool here. Not sure. Okay, you are right, Neil. I think I was thinking. Oh, Irwin. Yeah, Irwin's been. Yes, is a DeWalt company. Check out a lot electronic specialists in Ace North. Make amazing test kits. All right, I have to do that. I learned Stanley Black and Decker own Hustler Motors. Really? What about the magazine? You set me up for that. I've seen some good magazines back in my day, let me tell you. I don't know, man. Hustler Motors, Hustler Magazine, they're probably funding each other somehow. Maybe. I don't know. New tire on rider, those damn lawnmower tires. They are pricey. Everything's pricey these days. Maybe it could be a magazine. Um, so, hey, you guys. Just gonna come on here and talk some thoughts here. I don't know if I could do it. Really, just man, oh man. So I still like the YouTube platform. I like coming on here. I like talking to you guys. I like interacting with everyone. I like making videos. I enjoy spreading what little knowledge I have. But, you know, at the same time, though, the further I get along in life, the I don't know. I enjoy YouTube and videos on here, but social media as a whole, I friggin' hate it. I do. $100 each, motor tire for customer. Mine costs $120. Wow. New tube, whole tire replaced. Just fill it up with Fix-A-Flat. Just keep throwing that in there. He'll be good. Doesn't matter if the hole's that big. Then you can get some Lexol and just spread it on there. Let it sit for like 48 hours. You'll be good to go. I will say another great purchase of mine was this Bluetooth speaker from Home Depot years ago. I'll tell you what, this thing has a great sound, and I think I got it for like maybe $10. And it's magnetic on the back. Very cool little speaker. No Fix-A-Flat. Why? Just run it, man. Just get the Fix-A-Flat. Run it. Put in a lawnmower. You know drill. Buy a new room with your tire. Think you got your money up. YouTube and Reddit for me sometimes, antenna news. Yep. But I caramba. I'm joking on the Fix-A-Flat there, guys. I don't like the product. It's snake oil to me. Ah, you son of a gun. I knew you would do that. I'm just saying, what I'm saying is I use tire slime now. Pat, you summed me up also. I'm a visual learner. I mean, as I'm getting older and have learned more in trades and stuff, there's a lot of things that people like. I can call up my buddies that have done something that I haven't. They can tell me what I need to do, and I can learn it. But if it's like something way out of my realm, I need to see it. I need to physically see it. So that's what I love about YouTube. Um, you nailed it, man. Um, and I plugs are all right. You know, you could plug some. I actually had a tire on my last vehicle plugged up for like years. In fact, I traded it in with that plug. I've seen other YouTube creators have similar segments, but YouTube has a lot more reach than our platforms have. You thought about putting your videos on? I have. That's where I'm kind of coming from. So like, I hate to say this, but like TikTok, I hate the platform, but you get some information off of it. But the thing about TikTok and all these platforms is that everyone's being censored. Everyone on They do. They keep messing with algorithms. That's not what I care about. Like I started to like make videos because I loved apartment maintenance and I love maintenance and I hated that we got shat on so much by other trades. But at the end of the day, there's a lot of dudes out there that are great at maintenance and all that stuff. And I'm also really good at remodeling. If you go my for some reason I scrolled through my Instagram the other day and there's some flooring and stuff that I've done in there that just looks amazing. Um Anyways though, yes, TikTok's built for like young kids, but the thing that really ticks me off is there's a certain entity or branch of the government that gets freedom to say whatever they want and the other side is silenced. And I'm starting to see that more on YouTube. Um, and it's just I honestly feel like freedom of speech is something in the you know has left the chat. So Monday Night Football, can't love Monday Night Football. Can't wait for football to come back. I appreciate you joining me, Carlos. I do, and everyone else. I have some of my videos on Rumble, and they have no traction so far. I mean, I don't care about traction. I care about like, listen, like to my point or what I wanted to say tonight was, I appreciate everyone that watches my channel. I appreciate the support. I um, you know, like I've said this a million times. Like, you guys are my friends. We hang out, we chill online. I guess that's the new thing. But um, the hard thing is I, you know, um, everyone's censored. It's ridiculous. There's no freedom of speech anymore. I mean, I might get into it. Right now I don't have the time. I'm raising 3 kids, with my wife the best we can properly, not with all this BS in the news and stuff. And um, it if I had a bigger platform, I would speak more on that stuff. I definitely speak up in life, that's for sure. But who needs enemies? I ain't getting. I have a few videos on TikTok, but what I'm saying is I'm not sure where I'm going with the whole me. 50% of me wants to stay for everyone who comes in, joins, talks, interacts, because I really enjoy all of that. But the other 50% of me just wants to delete it all, walk away, and you know, um, what the heck did I miss? I'm just saying, be prepared. Exactly. But that shouldn't be, freedom of speech. It shouldn't be. It sinks the ship. It is what it is. But I mean, and I'm not going to touch on anything politically because it is what it is. But like, obviously, we're not heading in the great direction. So I did this for me, YouTube. Um, Not for me, but like I said, because maintenance people were crapped on. But Lex Vance, there's a bunch of maintenance channels out there, great maintenance channels. And then I my first goal was just get 100 subs and subscribers. And then when I got there, it's like, well, I'll go to 1,000. And then I did quit for a while. I mean, it just kind of went off. Yeah, I get that. Um, What That's another big thing though, is like I think that's one thing that frustrates me the most is how politicized everything is, right? Like, just go out, just go about your damn business. I like how the cobalt light dims to tell the battery is low. Other lights flash. Random thoughts because it just did it. There we go. Well, I'd appreciate the support if I was a closeted gay. Um, I'm a meat popsicle. All right. Today I was a dragon. Fifth Element was a great movie, man. That's where Mia Djokovic really just shine, and Chris Tucker had that role. Sorry about that. Dude, Ryobi kills it, man. They do a good job. Um, so in terms of power tools, this was my journey. I bought $100 Ryobi kit, blue, years ago. Kicked ass. Got into apartment maintenance. Brought those tools in. Bought more blue tools. Kicked butt. Used them. Then I hopped on the YouTubes. And it was like, Milwaukee this, Milwaukee that. So I'm like, for some reason, I just was like, F it, I'll go hard into rigid. Went hard into rigid. I mean that, bought everything. And after using it, I loved it. I was in like the Fuego 5th gen drill with the ring light on the front, which was awesome. But I'm like, this is no different than Milwaukee. Or, I mean, than Ryobi. This is no step up. So I went hopping along to Milwaukee, bought heavily in the 12 volt and 18 volt. Um, and after a couple of years of use, hard use, I had so many issues with the batteries. Three 18-volt batteries just dead right out of the pack, never took a charge. And you could take them all back and fix them, but you buy this stuff to use and abuse. But I do like Milwaukee. It's a great product. It just I sold it all and then went back to Ryobi because to me there's not much difference. And I get it depends what you do for a living every day, but was not a big difference between Ryobi and Milwaukee for me personally. Other than if you feel like you don't have a penis, you might want to buy Milwaukee. So, red or blue? If I like you, I like you. Exactly, man. Everyone's human being and all that. And if you don't make a big fuss and shove it in people's faces, I don't get. Thank you. Yes, yes. That's my feeling on that. Weird they got rid of the 9 amp hour and went 8 amp hour, 10 amp hour. Maybe they're getting rid of odd sizes. Who? Ryobi? Hey man, James is a good dude. I've talked to him. He's awesome dude. I gotta go take a piss, so I'll be right back. Sorry guys. There we go. Um, right. So Ryobi, they're just awesome, and that's all I care about. But that's the one thing. Like, there's a lot of good content on TikTok that I enjoy, but then there's a lot of crap that's just shoved down your throat, and it's bought and paid for by the government. Anyways, I made this years ago. I'm not a woodworker. It was something that I forget what YouTube channel made me do it. I think it might have been um, uh, Wrangler Star, and it's absolutely pretty terrible, you know. But I've always enjoyed it, and one cool thing is my old DeWalt drill bit over there. Fits in there pretty nice, snug, you know. Um, I might fill that up though as like my everyday and run around with it. I don't like woodworking. A lot of people think because I like doing like trim work and decking and all that. I don't enjoy woodworking like that. I don't. Um, James is an awesome dude, man. Yes, we should all be something. I started maintenance in 1997. There- See, and James and I have actually had some nice conversations. And in 1997, I was 11 years old. You know, um, I don't know. I am one of those who I'm on social media, so I feel like a hypocrite. this is the real thing. I'm on social media, so I feel like a hypocrite, but there's benefits to it. But the age I grew up in, we did not have any of this, you know? Um, it was, your mom wakes you up at 7, pushes you outside, and then you're outside till like your dad comes home, right? And you go in and eat dinner, and that was that. Justin Carpentry, um, I actually, so like, that's the other thing too, is I did not grow up in a family of people that did it themselves, right? Um, I wish I would have, but I did learn a lot from my uncle and my father-in-law and the guys I worked with when I first started apartment maintenance. And I just absorbed that, but I understand, um, you don't realize how wonderful an experience that could be, carrying on those traditions and or learning them from your elders and then doing that stuff. He was a fine carpenter. He built all my beds I've ever seen. That's awesome, dude. That's see, and that's what I was thinking about tonight is, this is a true statement. I fix everything. Um, I don't know what a Nigerian prince is. Um, but like my kids' Power Wheels went out, and I want to get them a go kart, but it's just not in the cards right now. So I went on Amazon, bought 2 motors that I thought were right, and spent the time fixing them up and putting them in, and the gears were too small. So I ordered the correct ones, and tonight I went out there, installed the new motors, soldered them, and all that stuff. Success. And my kids might not see it now, but I have an old fold out table that I found on some property. I stuck the goat or the Power Wheels up there. I got the Ryobi battery running it. And then there's just so many things where they bring me to fix, and I throw it up on my tailgate of the truck or, workbench or something, and I do it. And I got to start teaching them how to do it, but hopefully they'll have that memory of me, down the line. I started working maintenance in the city I work for in just like James. Part time, went full time 98, 26 years total. Good job, brother. My daughter tells everyone that I can fix everything. Sometimes it makes me nervous. I hear that, man. On daring me to fix their first water fountain at our school. Luckily, it had already been fixed. There you go. The Power Wheels actually flies, man. If you guys don't know, there's actually a governor on it. So if you unscrew the screw on the control, there's a whole nother speed it could hit. I did it years ago, and I put my Ryobi 6 amp hour battery on it. And when my middle son first drove it, he put it all the way up, hit the gas, and the front end actually lifted up. And then he just fly down driveway and do you know, like a drift basically, is pretty cool. So and that was something I wanted to film, but just it's hard to film stuff. It is for me, at least, because I'm more, I don't know. I'm very focused on my family and my kids. That's what's most important to me. So that's what fills out my day when I get home. Just hanging out with them, spend time with them. Um, learn just learning everything they get into. And the best thing about my kids is they love being outside. Um, they have iPads and stuff. They'll play them, but they're not, they don't get them besides certain times of the day. And even if they do, they just want to be outside playing and stuff. My son will go outside, look for ants or stare at rocks for 4 hours straight. And it's pretty awesome. They have some low voltage cutoff modules for your power wheels. You can also get an adapter to lower the voltage to 12 volt. So I did buy a converter for that. So it's still 12 volt motors with an 18-volt battery, but there's a 30 amp fuse on that. So Zaphael, exactly. I have a buddy that one of my best friends, and he had and this is uncommon in Pennsylvania. He had a CPVC line that was in his garage coming off a copper going to his outdoor spigot outside his garage door. As soon as he bought the house, I was like, I can't wait for that to break because I'm going to put copper in. Well, it broke, and he just replaced it with CB. And I was like, ugh, I've been eyeing that up for like 8 years. Let me do it right. But I like that he gets after it and he does it, and you know, it was the same friend that told me that he was looking to buy tools and he's looking at the Wiltons. James, with my father-in-law, the way he is, and actually, so the other day he got a there my in-laws were getting a new countertop, and unfortunately ended up bad. They're in dispute because it just wasn't what they ordered. Anyways, though, he built his own cabin camp. Um, and he spends a lot of time on that, and so they replaced the countertops, and he wanted to use the old one and cut it to take it up to camp, which is now back in place. But me or he, I'll say basically a brother-in-law, but it's my wife's cousin's husband, and him carried this son of a gun down to the backyard. And now my brother-in-law, whatever you want to call him, he's a good dude. But I mean, he physically fit and all that, and he has a good job where he's not physically exerting himself. He can do that on the sly, I guess you could say. But we're carrying this down, and The corners were a little rough, but with the three of us, he needed gloves on his hand because they just weren't calloused up like ours. And that was a funny moment. And it also, like, my hands are always just, they're rough, you know. Good camera. There we go. People don't like, some people run higher voltage on them, which may shorten the motor life. That's why those adapters are a good idea. Yep. Tells her husband. Gets him motivated. Talk about putting on the spot. It's a good thing though, you know, to sometimes be you know, that's one thing about owning a house. If something goes wrong, I'm it. You know, I my next project you guys will probably see will be my back deck. I have to kind of redo it. Whoever laid it out, there's literally like a half-inch gap in between the boards. So they put the deck in and gave that much space. When you put a deck in with regular womanized wood, don't leave any gaps, because by the time it dries out, that's, you know, you want tight. You want nice and tight. That's what he said. Confucius said, give a man a fish, he eats for a day. Teach a man to fish, he eats for life. Anytime you can teach someone, it's a grant. Absolutely. And that's one thing in the last 2 years I've learned about my channel is there's a lot of people that enjoy the content I've done on maintenance jobs and all that, and they talk to me, and it's freaking awesome. I love it. There's it's I'm trying to be like micro as like a, you know, get out there, do things, because we need people in these positions because they're retiring very quick. Oh yeah, there's a lot of people I've chewed with where they had their first dip and they threw up. I used to love Kodiak ice. They don't have it anymore, but man, was it good. I don't know what it is, Raphael. Uh, um, and to be honest, I switched to Zen 2 years ago. Now, um, I gave up. As a Copenhagen straight and school straight guy, and I loved Kodiak ice, but I mean, tonight I was watching some TikTok videos, and people my age, a little bit younger, out there working their asses off, and they can't afford shit. I'm semi lucky because I bought my first house in 2010. I'm an older millennial, and I didn't go to college. I just worked, you know, most of my life, two jobs. Um, but that's not something like you don't want to like people are working their asses off now, and they just can't make ends meet, and it puts me in depression. Skull peach in a pouch, same result. When I first started chewing, which was I think I was 14, um, the only flavors they had was wintergreen, mint, and vanilla. I did go to college, University of South Carolina, not even using my degree. Yes. Um, moves the ends. uh, and but yeah, then they made cherry and all that other. Rooster was a brand back in the day too that you could. There's this brand Cougar, which was pretty much like Copenhagen and a Skull, but like a dollar a can. It's good stuff actually. And say Owl something was it Hawk Owl or something weird like that, but that was another one. It was a fine cut, but yeah, that when I first started chewing, there wasn't a bunch of flavors, and then came out like cherry and all the other stuff. Doesn't know anything about home repairs. Drives a gas truck. See, that's the thing, man. I don't. If you own a truck, you gotta know how to use it, right? People need to be willing to learn. I've watched people do stuff dozens of times. They never pick it up long. Yeah, they kind of expect you to do that and stuff. And after the first day, I was already driving. Most guys hadn't even made inside the rig yet. There you go, brother. Hell yeah. It's a nice accomplishment. Red Man Chew, Red Man Plug. There you go. I could not do the side shaw. Just that was before my time. I've never smoked or chewed. Enough trouble breathing. People who did that and aren't around anymore. They ended up with cancer. All yep. And that's why I eventually switched to this. I mean, inevitably, I think most people get cancer because that's the route things go. These days, everyone just gets cancer, and but you're right. Yeah, but I was on TikTok tonight, and like, there's just a bunch of people, videos in a row, struggling to get by, and I always feel guilty because I feel like I snuck in right before, well, right after things went to crap, but right before things actually went to crap. Prices on stuff are just so ridiculous right now. But, are you guys surviving? Doing well? I hope so. Yeah, but the videos I saw tonight, not one of them asked for any type of money. They didn't plug anything. They didn't do anything. It was just people straight up struggling, man. And I mean, Pat, I kind of agree with you, but like I don't know. I'm starting to see it a little differently in that people that are a little younger than us just I mean, I don't know. I don't know if people are getting I don't think they're getting lazier. I'm just, you know, I mean my biggest thing was I gave college a try and it wasn't for me. I knew it wouldn't be for me. And listen, like my first job was mowing my lawn, right? So like, this is one thing my dad did was when I was like 9 or 10, I started mowing our lawn, decent sized yard, and I got $15 per mow. And when I started that, my dad said, um, "Listen, you're gonna make this money in the summer, but don't forget you gotta get through the winter, right?" So I was like 9 or 10 years old. I'm still not great with money, but I'm just letting you guys know. So like the first summer, every time I mow lawn, $15. I go down to National Record Mart and buy a CD for $11.99. That's what they were. I'd say they were between like $8 and $11, but National Record Mart. And I did that all summer, so I did not hold a lot of money. And then come winter time, I wanted to go see a movie. Um, and I mean, we're into winter, right? And I don't know if it's December, but I want to see a movie. I didn't have the money, so I asked I asked my dad for $20 to go to the movies because well, maybe I don't know. I don't know how much I asked him for. I think $20. He's like, "Well, you should have the money." I'm like, "I don't. I, I fucked up." And so that first winter, what I ended up doing was like I'd like wash their cars in the garage and like detail the insides and stuff for like $10 and make up on that, right? So that's where I learned a valuable lesson on money. And then my first job was going into high school. I worked at it was like a middleman or like is a person that had products for Giant Eagle. So I'd with a you know dolly jack unload and load up you know tractor trailers and stuff in a warehouse. So that was my summer job for all of high school. I think I made like maybe $7 an hour there. You know, like my but it was like big time money, and I saved up for my first truck and all that. And then yeah, it's just my parents really wanted me to go to college. My brother went to college. My brother found success. He worked his ass off. I found success working my ass off, and it's just, now I'm finding side work and stuff again. So, all right, Renegades, have a good night, brother. Unfortunately, it's not the kids, it's us, the parents. I employ a lot of teens. You would be amazed as the kids who don't know how to. Yes, I agree. And that's one thing I do with my kids. Is they got to, you know, clean their rooms, put their clothes away. Like when I was young, when I was like 8 years old, I could make eggs and all that stuff for myself. Like I'll be honest, I was fortunate. My mom was a stay-at-home mom, and she taught me how to do laundry, cook, all that stuff. So I have that in me. And I'm trying to do the same for my kids. Um, that's something that parents need to do. They just do. They can't make your life easier. You have to, like my daughter this year, 9 years old. She'll be 10 at the end of the year. Beginning of summer, she goes, "Can I mow the lawn?" I said, "Absolutely." No money involved or anything. So I gave her a small section of lawn just to learn how to mow. And I was like, the first time she did it, I was like, you could go back and forth. I said, if you miss something, here's how you can cheat it over and all that stuff. And last time I mowed the lawn, I saved that section for her. And I was doing something with my youngest son, starting up the leaf blower. And I was going to go start up the lawnmower for her. She fired it up. Boom. Got herself going. It was like one of the proudest moments of my life, and like that's my kids. They want to do things, you know what I mean? And I love that. To harken back to social media, people think you got everything at once. Not that, yes, exactly. They do. And that's the problem with social media is like I'm still grinding. I'm not well off. I grind. I keep grinding. And I'm all right with that. I'm fine with that. As long as I keep my family, we have a place to live. I don't know. I purchased the house, and maybe my kids will have to live here longer than I had to live with my parents. At least I have the room for that. But I mean, you can make it like, hold on, let me catch up on chat, but I'll explain something in a second. For us to do while she was at work, when she got home, she inspected what yeah, done correctly when we did it again. Yeah. Um, some deals. Main generations of people have been sold out by previous generations. Look at national debt. Yeah. Absolutely. I'm not going to get into that again, but I still can't cook eggs, and mom was a home ec teacher. I loved home ec, man. That was my. I remember one time in home ec, we had to sew something. We had the sewing machines, and I did this whole sewing project. I didn't realize while the sewing machine was going and all that, I threaded the needle through like a thin spot of my finger. So I got to the end, and I'm like, it was all good. But then I'm like trying to like pull my hand out, and everything went through my finger, and I didn't even feel it. Um, I love TmM though. It was great. Great class. What's the time now? 11:21, brother. Same here. I was doing my laundry. Yeah, I could cook, use the out. Yeah, exactly. Um, and my kids are getting there, but like, yeah, I like, my mom made it in such a way, and like, here's an insight. All right, so like, my mom would come in my room at 7 a.m. No matter what time of year it is. It's a beautiful day outside. Let's go outside and do something. So you got up, you got dressed, brushed your teeth, took a piss or whatever, shit, and you went outside. You're outside. And then maybe at like lunchtime, depending on your age, maybe good. She'll bring you out a PBJ or something, or you go in and pour yourself a bowl of cereal or whatever and all that. And you do that. And then guess what? No matter what, you're back outside. You're back outside until dad comes home. Then your dad comes home, and then mom's getting dinner ready and all that, and you're still outside, and then you get the call in for dinner. You go in, eat dinner, and then you're back outside until shower time and all that. And then we got 30 minutes of television. That was it. Couldn't watch The Simpsons or any of that crap. Um, but that was it, man. And to this day, I appreciate it. I didn't know, like, now that I'm older, I see it. But when I was younger, that was all I knew. So, still can't cook eggs. Same here as just eggs. Some people say, what good is it when my store doesn't have it? I tell them, keep your eyes on them. I've seen videos on deals and didn't come to my stores until 1-2 months later. Lower price, that is. There you go. But yeah, I mean that's kind of what I grew up with, and I'm very appreciative of that. Uh, Boomer parents, obviously, both born in 1950. Um, you know, it's all good stuff. I'm gonna go take a pee real quick. I'll be right back. Sorry. Like, and being an older millennial, here's another thing is like, when I was young, where my parents bought this house and there's a lot of properties and stuff, and there's like old wood and stuff down in the woods, and I thought I'd build like a wooden car, right? And so like me and my friends were like pulling up wood and tires and stuff from the woods, and we thought we were going to build a car out of wood, and we were like, mm, Yeah, 10 years old, and I'd be down the garage and I'd plug in the circs on and just start cutting. I remember my dad ran down, was like all, mad, and it's like, I'm just cutting this wood. He's like, all right, well, be careful. And that was it. Like, there's this other thing I tried to create, was like some battery powered, you know, put the batteries to the light bulb or some crap on a, wood thing I built or whatever. And I got the light to turn on, but because it was plugged in directly to the, the outlet. Like, and then I was like, oh, that's a stupid design. But some people say, what good is it when I did price, saying we did not have cable or satellite TV, had rabbit ears, which means 3 or 4. Yeah, absolutely. I'm not a chef, but my mom and grandmother taught me how to cook. Yep. I do my laundry every week. Help my mom do laundry. Yes, absolutely. 100%. We were lucky there was a tall antenna on our building and pulled in channels from stations. Wow. My dad never learned how to use the washing machine. I was not given that option of not learning. And like the thing is, like when we were younger, because we didn't have social media and all this crap to just like distract us, learning to do your own laundry, I was pumped. I was like, yeah, yes, like I'm independent now. I could do this stuff. And like, that's what the older generation just was like, yeah, we'll throw this off on you. So I was like doing my own laundry and cooking and all that stuff. But like, still to this day, like I remember my mom like you can't not learn this stuff. You have to know how to do it to take care of yourself, because no guarantee you'll find someone. Luckily, I found someone, but yeah, like you said, Pat CB, yes, I've worked hard, but I think there's people, millennials and stuff, that work their butts off, but they just don't have the opportunities that we all had years ago, and they were lied to about get a college degree. I have maybe 2 friends that use their college degrees. The rest of them, they're paying off $100,000 in debt. I mean, they're all doing all right, but like, it's one of the biggest lies in the world, to me at least. I'll tell you guys one thing. One of the coolest things I thought I bought for myself was a 5-inch black and white TV from Radio Shack. And I bought one, so it had the UHV, split things, and then you could put the little cable adapter on, and then I could hook up cable into it. And I remember sitting in my family room, and we had the TV, and this is when I was a little older. But my brother would be watching something. I'd be watching The Simpsons, black and white, but it looked so good to me, And that was one of my coolest purchases ever. I loved Radio Shack. I loved Circuit City. It was one of my favorites also. I bought a 5-disc, or no, it was a 3-disc. I forget the brand. It might have been JCB or JBC or whatever. It's a good stereo system. Maybe it's Sony actually cranked out those tunes out. Yeah, you gotta learn. You gotta start somewhere. You know, cooking eggs, baking cookies. You know, bacon, grilled cheeses, waffles, all that stuff. You know, um, it's just I'm not gonna be one of those old guys like, you kids have to learn. Like, you know, I think people are trying their best nowadays, but it's just the economy is just crap. So I never heard of Sixth Avenue Electronics. I actually, I'll tell you guys a funny story. So I had a in 2005. I bought a brand new Scion TC, and I actually so one night my brother was and his friends were at a strip club in Pittsburgh, and he called me at like 2 or 3 a.m. It's like come get us. So I'm like, all right. So I drive out there. I'm driving back down 28, and I'm like, oh, look at how fast this car goes. So I'm doing like 100 and some miles per hour. Cop pulls out behind me. I pull onto this bridge because I was trying to like pull off, you know, our main road. And he comes up to the window and he goes, do you know how fast you're going? I said, at least 100. I know that. And so he asked for my license and stuff, and I gave it to him. And he comes back and he's looking in the car, and they're all hammered drunk, and I'm fine because I was younger. I was probably 19, I guess. And he goes, are you the DD tonight? And I was like, yeah. Went picked him up, and he goes, well, just get back home safely and slow it down a little bit. And I was like, hoo, hoo, hoo. All right, thank you. So, but I have the Scion TC, and then, you know, the radio system was good, but like, and I went out to Circuit City with my buddy, and they had this dual subwoofer there for $100. But like I was too shy to like go in and buy it. So like I gave my friend the money and he went in and bought it, and then I took it back and had them install it, and then it got installed on my Kia Sorento right after that. Um, but for $100, that thing hit, man. It was awesome. Loved it. Um, but that's the stuff I missed. Like you just go out, drive around, hopping like our photo hut, our local photo hut sold Magic, the game, the Gathering cards, and collectible cards and stuff. And, you know, so I go in there and get that stuff. But we were lucky there was a tall intent. My dad never learned. A lot of my high school paychecks went to Circuit City. Steakums was our go-to lunch in the summer. Steakums is great, man. You can definitely do a lot with those. Just throw them in a pan, cook them up, throw them on a bun, get some onions, green peppers, cheese, all that. Dude, living like a king, man. But yeah, that Scion TC it's a nice little car. Just was crappy in the wintertime. So there's that, you know. All right, Pat, you have a good week also, brother. And thanks again for that thing you got me. I really appreciate it, man. That was awesome. Wasn't expecting it, but I completely understand, like, same type of person here, so I get that, and I appreciate it, man. I really do. And I might call it a night also. What do you guys think? Everyone a little tired here? Thank you, Pat. I do appreciate it, man. I do. That was awesome. Gotta get a shower and think about sleeping. So, guys, I'll show you right now. Let me see this thing here. I bought these rigid tools, and I guess I just don't have a need for them, so I threw them on Facebook Marketplace. Couple months old. I've definitely definitely have um, used them a few times, but not abused them. So here's my thing. It's gotten tons of hits and stuff. I'll show you what I'm selling. So rigid cordless tools, 18-volt, couple months old. Comes with 6 batteries, 2 4-amp hours, 4 2-amp hours, and 2 of the 2-amp hours are max output, 1 of the 4-amp hours are max output, 3 chargers, 3-speed, impact, hammer drill, oscillating tool, circular saw, $275. People barely biting on that. The Cobalt 24-volt cordless brushless drill driver kit, 2 2-amp hour batteries, $125. I might lower that. And then the Skill 20-volt brushless impact, 2-amp hour battery charger, $65. James Mall, thank you for the $10 holler. Appreciate that, brother. Have a good night as well. I appreciate that, man. Um, so yeah, I got a guy interested in the rigid, but people aren't buying stuff, man. Which is fine, you know. Um, Yeah, that's what I was thinking. The rigid batteries alone, um, are that price. And honestly, like I did the testing and stuff, and I've used them. But I probably only used two of those batteries. In the Cobalt, I've only used one of the batteries. And the Skill had that one testing, and it's like, eh. But I mean that's what I mean. Like compared to a year ago, people would have bought that up in a heart. Like I don't try and like I'm not trying to make my money back. I'm trying to make it affordable for people that can't afford it. And obviously I get a little bit of money, but it's definitely not what I spent on the stuff. Um, but no one bites on that anymore. So it is what it is. I do have to make so, and that's another thing I want to tell you guys is so like being a family man, I come home, do the stuff, kids, dinner, all that, put them to bed. So I don't have a lot of time to make video. Like I have that Flex Impact. I want to make a video on it, but I don't have time to make it because of the noise and all that. So like a lot of my videos lately have been like quietly filmed down my basement. Um, and I've been working on the side too, but I hope to get back to the putting content out. I'm definitely gonna stick around on YouTube. I need that rigid stuff. Let me know, brother. I'll send it down there. I do have a guy that messaged me tonight says he wants to get tomorrow. Um, if he doesn't, though, if he backs out, I'll hit you up, brother. Um, but yeah, it's just I have a ton of content I want to do. I just haven't had the time to do it. But anyways, guys, I'm gonna wrap it up. I want to say thank you for joining me. Thank you for everything. You guys are awesome. I've got a bunch of stuff to sell that I should put on Mercari. I bought extras, some tools, real cheap to sell. There you go. Good night, Justin. Good night, everyone. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for sticking with me. I appreciate it. And, catch you on next one. Hopefully next Monday. I'm not sure, but you guys have a great week. And, keep being awesome. Later, guys.